Hey, and Moneybagg Yo got busted because he should have never been riding around with that dude in that Bentley truck, man. I'm telling y'all, you gotta understand, Straight Drop was only 21 years old, so they was messing with amateurs. Moneybagg Yo should have understood that these guys was gonna tell it all, man, because they ain't got no experience keeping quiet. So this is what got them on the Feds' radar to begin with. When they started putting the dots together, they heard what Straight Drop brother said. The Straight Drop brother told him exactly what cars they drove up there. And when people were talking about how Moneybagg Yo's car was seen following Young Dolph on the way to the whole Memphis photo shoot and the turkey drives, this is what was going on when people said that they know Young Dolph was being followed and watched that whole entire time. This is how they had the people on the phone drop the location when he got right to the cookie shop, when he got right to the Ruth Chris restaurant and everything like that. That's why they had at least 6 cars behind him. When they seen that white Corvette, that was Moneybagg Yo's, and so was the Bentleys. And this is why he got tied up in this, because when they dusted everything, the fingerprints came back to him. And they knew that that was the car from the Instagram post with Ari. She had the keys to it and showed the whole interior, and it matched up to the same exact color. This is why people are looking at it like, why Moneybagg Yo canceling all the shows from CMG. They not getting booked no more. The promoters are getting too scared and too worried, because you seen what just happened with a lot of people sliding on blacyoungsta's brother. Retaliation, it might have been from PRE or from other people who was actually riding for Dolph. And everybody thinks that this is the same type of karma that's going to happen to Moneybagg Yo shows. That's why him and Yo Gotti, they pulled the plug on that, man. When they went up there on that stage last time, the guy came up and tried to rush up on there. That's why the Samoan security guards had to put Yo Gotti's head down and rush him out of the backstage. They went behind the curtain, and the 2 dudes in the suits stood in front of it to make sure the people who was after Moneybagg Yo that ran up on the stage don't get anywhere back, because they had the jewelry back there and everything like that. The security got caught slipping. This is why you've been seeing this happen at so many concerts recently. The dudes try to run up there, the security's looking the other way, somebody taps them on the shoulder on the left, they turn around and look over the left, but the people standing on the right, they trick them by putting their arm over their shoulder and tapping them so they look one way while they walk the other way. And this is how they got through that backstage door, man. And the reason why anybody even knew this was because of the fact that at that Lil Baby concert, when CEO Jizzle got hit up, man, a lot of people think that he was being watched and targeted that time, because he had the big PRE chain on, and he was saying, he was saying a whole lot about CMG. He was tweeting and saying a whole lot about Moneybagg Yo and everything. And basically, they clashed. The CMG dudes knew that the PRE guys was going to show up at the same place and at the same time. This is why you're not supposed to mix crowds, especially when there's a lot of people on Young Dolph's side over here, and then you got a lot of people on Yo Gotti's side over there. The 2 guys have beefs, and so anybody that's on each side, they're going to have beef with each other. This is the way that everything normally works out. So when you put everybody from CMG and PRE in the same place, then that's why CEO Jizzle ended up getting hit up. And this is when Glorilla was just about to go up there and perform. You got to believe CMG, Moneybagg Yo, Yo Gotti was in the house, man. And Govan was sitting from home watching on the ankle monitor on house arrest, because he ended up getting a plea deal to tell on Yo Gotti to bring the RICO to CMG, because how did he get no time for being on first degree, and he's the one who masterminded and set the whole plot up? This is what the feds are saying themselves out of their own mouth. And so when we went back and looked at everything that everybody said, we see how the connections are being made about how CMG's RICO might be coming down on blacyoungsta, and the fact that blacyoungsta made all those cryptic messages and tweets on his Instagram saying what he was going to do to actually get his revenge for his brother being sent up, man. And the loss of his brother is definitely a sad thing and everything, but that gives no reason for him to try to take another person out. And as soon as he sent those messages on his Instagram post, the ATF, the feds, everybody started watching, because they knew that this was a person who was going to actually might do something, because they already seen blacyoungsta at the 100 shots. They already know what he did from all the other times in Memphis, and so they not playing around. When they seen everything that blacyoungsta said, they swept right there in Mexico, and they made sure to get everybody that was involved. This is why Yo Gotti went to Bali. Yo Gotti's hiding out in Bali, because if you go to Bali, then they can't extradite him back to the U.S. if anything goes down with the RICO. And this is a strategic move, because they know that the time is coming right now, and that's why a lot of CMG spooked. Black Youngster getting swept in Mexico, Yo Gotti's in Bali, Moneybagg Yo canceling all his shows. I mean, he can't even step a foot outside in Atlanta. They try to run up on him at Lenox Mall because of the Finesse 2 Times situation. Y'all got to remember, Finesse 2 Times try to tell everybody and warn everybody about what's really going on inside of CMG, including all the stuff that he ended up getting ripped off on from Moneybagg Yo. And he knows that idea had to come from his mentor, Yo Gotti. Young Dolph was trying to help all these people become successful in Memphis, but when they started listening to the other side and let them get into their head, they got led away from the path of righteousness and success, man. Young Dolph had it planned out for what these dudes needed to do to make it work. But see, they got tricked. They fell into the trap, and this is what everybody got to watch out for. The whole lesson from this is you got to make sure to do what you got to do. Don't let the other people try to trick you. The distractions are there. A lot of things is going to be in the way. There's a lot of obstacles and hurdles for people to overcome, because you see what Dolph did, right? He came out from the gutter, from his own hood and everything like that, try to give back to not only where he was from, but where he was staying at. Y'all got to remember, he did all them things for the community while CMG sat back and hated on him, man. And this is the reason why the jealousy, the envy, and the greed got in the way of everything, because he was 100 million up. You could Google it right now. It says Young Dolph had over $100 million in properties, net worth, businesses, and everything. That's why he owned most of the businesses that was going on. Everywhere he went to, he had little business and ownership in it, and that rubbed Yo Gotti the wrong way. That's why Yo Gotti tried to start Privé to copy after Dolph. That's why Moneybagg Yo tried to do that restaurant, charging $200 for a plate of beef and everything like that for the burger patty, and everybody flipped out because they knew that this was the wrong way of going at it. They were trying to take advantage of the people of Memphis and instead of trying to give back like how Young Dolph did. You never seen Young Dolph open up a restaurant and try to charge hundreds of thousands of dollars and everything like that, when they know for a fact Yo Gotti and Moneybagg Yo aren't going to be inside of that restaurant eating with the regular folks, man. They're going to go back to the regular places that they go to. And this is all a facade, man. People got to realize at the end of the day that Dolph was trying to actually teach people how to get it on their own and do this and do that. But the whole other side that was messing with Young Dolph, they should have left them alone, because now they finding out the hard way. Shows getting canceled. They got to get ran out of their own town. They can't come back. They can't do the things that they wanted to no more because they got to dip and dodge Ricos. Jay-Z giving strong orders. They got to follow orders and salute and all that stuff. So everything that's going down, people believe that it's got to be the karma from them trying to tamper and mess with Young Dolph. And at the end of the day, the justice for Young Dolph is going to come, because a lot of people are starting to gather around. The trial's coming soon, and we're going to really see who's going to be sitting up on the stand, who's going to be in the hot seat, what happens with this whole entire thing, because you got to stay tuned for all the updates, and make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, because if you rocking with Young Dolph, go ahead, put the dolphin in the emoji in the comment section, put the diamond for Duke the Jeweler, put the rocket for Takeoff. I'm going to catch you on the next one.